You know, folks, I'm getting sick and tired of all this Islamophobia I'm coming across lately. Latest case in point, up in Richmond Hill, just 3 minutes away from Casa Menzies, a father and son were arrested by those big blue meanies with the York Regional Police. The fuzz had been tipped off by Canadian border guards and U.S. Customs and Border Protection. They thought these two kind-hearted chaps were up to no good. Hey, you border bullies, nobody likes a snitch, just saying. So the cops raid their house on Lorette Lane and arrest Reza Mohammadiasl, 47, and Mahyar Mohammadiasl, 18. Okay, first things first, those names are going to conjure up all sorts of preconceived bigotry and prejudice with all you so-called real Canadians. So I'm just going to call the father Timothy Smith, and his son shall now be known as Skip. So Timothy and Skip were charged with what, you say? Well, they just happened to have some explosives lying around and a detonator. Oh, I just know what all you nosy Parkers out there are saying. What's a father and son doing with a whole bunch of explosives in a sleepy suburban bedroom community just north of Toronto? Well, like I said earlier, I happen to live just down Elgin Mills from these two gentlemen. And let me tell you folks something. Do you have any idea how bad the raccoons have been this spring in Richmond Hill? Oh yeah, they're almost as cute as pandas, I grant you that. But panda bears don't tip over your garbage can every night. So who wouldn't be motivated to take a page right out of the playbook of Wile E. Coyote? Besides, don't you think this is special? Timothy and Skip spending some quality bonding time together just a month away from Father's Day. Why, just last weekend, Junior asked me to take him to the local Michael's Arts and Crafts Superstore to pick up some materials for a father-son project too. I believe we left the store with 4 pieces of Bristol board and a tube of Elmer's glue. Unfortunately, I didn't see any TNT or detonators or anything like that. Stuff that blows up things real good at Michael's that day. You know, I think they keep all that stuff under the counter, or you gotta ask for it or something. Anyway, I know all you knee-jerk right-wing nut jobs out there are saying, oh, not more Islamic terrorism, right? Well, the joke's on you. Raccoons aside, if there were indeed any nefarious intentions when it came to possessing all those explosives, then Timothy Smith was obviously suffering from mental illness. You know, the contagious kind. That would explain how Skip got infected too. Yes, a contagious mental illness that for some crazy, strange reason disproportionately affects Muslims, making them do nasty things. Doesn't this epidemic just break your heart? I think we need to have a telethon or something. Oh, but thank God that great man, Ralph Goodale, public safety minister, he's weighed in, noting that there's no national security threat here. It's right there in the Global News headline, all you scaredy cats. So read my lips, no threat. And that's coming from a federal Liberal minister, Buster. And you know that being a Liberal means his statements are like money in the bank. After all, he's one of those right honorable types. And just like Vulcans, they cannot tell a lie. Hold on a sec, I think I smell a pair of polyester slacks ablaze for some reason. No matter, because Mr. Goodale is trying to do the right thing. And that means not naming names like those snitches at the border. Why, just a few days ago, this statesman made sure to edit a terrorism report. Basically, you can't call Sikh extremists. You can't call Sunni extremists, and you can't call white supremacists. Oops, scratch that last one from the verboten list. That one's okay. Bottom line, it just makes me sick to my stomach to see a whole bunch of people jumping to conclusions about the Smiths just because of some bombs lying around the house. Look, call it father-son bonding, call it quality arts and crafts time, call it mental illness. But for the sake of Allah, don't call it terrorism. For the Rebel.media, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies. Hey folks, the Rebel has a new app. Please download that app and take the Rebel with you wherever you travel.